For many millennia now, on the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, there is a settlement that has endured wars, clashes of different civilizations, migrations. There is a fortress town which the Romans called Singidunum and the Slavs Belgrade. Ups and downs, such as the history of Belgrade, of a city standing on the road of Greco-Roman, Ottoman, German and Slavic civilizations. The city's strength and perseverance through centuries created a courageous, dignified man of constant character and strong will, people capable of creating the sporting spirit of Belgrade. Together with its geopolitical position, cultural and historical significance for the South Slavic nations, the importance of sporting Belgrade is one of the distinguishing features of the Serbian capital. Belgrade gave some top sports people. It was the city host of some of the greatest sports competitions. On the confluence of the two rivers, the city with the largest sports infrastructure on the Balkans and Central European region offers ideal conditions for sports and recreation. In 1973, in the capital of the former Yugoslavia, the first World Championship in swimming, water polo and diving, World Championship in boxing and rowing took place. Belgrade hosted twice the European Basketball Championship, then European Football, Volleyball Championships, Football Cup Finals, the top women handball competition. Maintaining an authentic Slavic culture and at the same time developing Western European sport tradition, people of Belgrade have always loved horses and horse races. The first professional races were held in Belgrade in 1863. Today the horse track's hippodrome is still very actively in use on the same place since 1914. Recently, a centennial of biggest Serbian derby was celebrated. The horse tracks today are a posh place surrounded by greenery and restaurants, and is one of the recreation centers of the city. Returning to democratic tradition in 2000, Belgrade reopens its door to sport and hosts several important international competitions: the Water Polo Final Cup, Students' Karate Championship, World Rowing Championship, European Handball Championship for cadets. Although a politically, economically, culturally a small capital in regard to team sports, Belgrade occupies a prominent spot on the sport map. World champions lived and trained here. The best in basketball and karate, Olympic winners in water polo, volleyball, handball, rowing, shooting.
During my career, I have won many medals, European titles. I have set a world junior record, but the best result of my life I have jumped right here in Belgrade, in front of my fans, my friends, the citizens of Belgrade. Belgrade is truly a sports city.
As the ancient Greeks measured time by Olympic 4-year intervals, in recent decades people of Belgrade have also been counting years by welcoming sports people and celebrating European, world or Olympic medals of players in basketball, volleyball, water polo, handball, football, shooting. Spectacular sports celebration events have become not only sport, but national features as well. Turbulent history of Belgrade have used its sporting spirit to turn it into a tradition of martial arts sports. Sportspersons of Belgrade have individually been world and Olympic champions in wrestling, judo and karate.
The best moments of my career I celebrated here in Belgrade. All my dreams come true here in Belgrade, because Belgrade is truly a city of sport.
There are 8 football First League clubs, and the most important symbol of the Belgrade sporting spirit is the everlasting derby of 2 greatest clubs, the Red Star and Partizan. It is the city rivalry with a more than a game significance, just like the Roma and Lazio, Milan and Inter, the London Arsenal and Chelsea, the Madrid Real and Atletico. The Red Star and Partizan have been competing for decades, supported by a cheerful army of fans. In 1991, the Red Star was the European and world champion, and in 1966 Partizan played in the Champion Cup finals. The Partizan basketball club was the European champion in 1992. The Red Star Stadium, popularly called the Maracana, can receive 60,000 spectators and is the largest sports structure in this part of Europe. There are 29 sport and recreation centers in Belgrade, 13 sports halls, 9 closed and open swimming pool units, 48 registered sports associations and over 1,800 clubs. After 15 years of building in 2004, the largest sports multifunctional hall in Europe was completed in New Belgrade, the Belgrade Arena. It covers an area of 48,000 square meters and can receive over 30,000 spectators. The Belgrade Arena was opened by a great basketball tournament, the Diamond Ball, and the Serbia-Montenegro-USA match. In the rich sports history of Belgrade, the year of 2005 will remain remembered as the year in which were held 2 big European championships, volleyball and basketball. Firstly, Belgrade hosted European volleyball teams, later on basketball teams too. According to the opinion of the International Volleyball Federation and the World League's general manager Mr. Franz Schmidt, the volleyball tournament in Belgrade has been the best organized competition in up-to-date history of this sport. In August, Belgrade has been the epicenter of the best European basketball, amongst the hundreds of basketball players, as well as their support from all over Europe. With its open hands, Belgrade welcomed thousands of fans, tourists from numerous European countries. According to the common opinion, Belgrade was an excellent host. Ada Ciganlija, a peninsula on the Sava River, is only 4 kilometers away from the city center. Today, it is the largest sports and recreation area on the Balkans. As much as 150,000 people visit the famous Belgrade summer beach in a day. On the peninsula, a heaven for aquatic sports, there are dozens of basketball, handball and volleyball courts, 2 football pitches with lighting and artificial grass, and the best golf links in the country. The sporting symbol of the capital is the Belgrade Marathon. For 18 years now, in late April, streams of runners from all over the world flow along the streets, and over 50,000 recreational competitors participate in the popular Fun Run. The Belgrade sports adepts dedicate their special attention to the children and young people. School curricula include substantial time of sports and recreation, and 2,260 competitions a year are held in Belgrade, with more than 140,000 primary and secondary school students. At the confluence of the 2 rivers, spreading over 7 hills and flat river banks, with 2 large city units, New Belgrade and Zemun, with vast green areas and numerous parks, the Serbian capital has the grounds for a rich recreational life. Long cycling paths along the river banks, aquatic recreation, numerous promenades with famous cafes and restaurants on the water, the well-known Zemun beach lead on the Great War Island, make Belgrade an oasis for picnickers and recreation lovers. Over 1,100,000 people participated in organized sports and recreational activities in the first 9 months of 2004. The White City has been standing here for centuries, cherishing the sporting, valiant and hospitable spirit. United in a confluence, the Danube and Sava rivers spread their arms of hospitality to sports people, people of goodwill, the world travelers. Welcome to the Sporting Belgrade.